Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? It's not exactly a beautiful day out today. It's 4 degrees Celsius out with a 15-kilometer northern wind, but I can't wait anymore. We don't have any rain. I got the fishing pack here. We're gonna go test some baits on that open body of water. Yes, fishing season hasn't started. I can't really catch and keep anything, but I don't expect to catch. I just want to see the action of these baits to know how I need to fine tune them. So let's go and send it and get some data. Let's do this. Yeah, I woke up this morning and sorry, I gotta fix the camera here so that you're actually seeing what you need to see. Woke up this morning and there was a good layer of snow on the ground. I was like, what the shit? So wasn't sure if we were going to be able to actually do this today, but then it started to warm up and the snow left, and then I drove by here on my way home to see if the ice is lifted, and lo and behold, she has. So sweet. You know what, this is all fenced off, but that dock over there with those boats on it looks more appealing, so let's maybe take a little strut over here. I was going to go to the boat launch and send it, but I figure over here less people might notice, and we're further out, so, and away from those shit hawks. So we're going to do 2 tests today, guys. I never even knew they put this bike path in. This must have happened last year. Because I remember I came down here on the fat bike and this was all dirt and I was doing burnouts on it. They did some serious upgrades down here at Armstrong. I appreciate it. What's that? No smoking, no vaping. Oh, I thought I said no swimming. I was like, well then why the hell do you have a freaking beach here? They usually have lifeguard chairs, but I guess they take them down for the winter. Oh, that's a private dock. This dock is for use only, no public access. What? Well, that sucks. You know what? Maybe I just want to see the action, but there's a lot of debris in the water. We're probably going to have to go over here and use this boat launch. Fish where we fished that one time. I was just kind of nervous with the ducks, the birds out there, but I guess I can cast over here. Like I said, we're not trying to catch anything today. This is just an action test to see if my shit has action. Is that like too wide to jump? I do have the Crocs on, but I also have the socks on. Crocswithsocks.com, people. It's a thing. Google it. Don't Google it. It's probably something bad. Well, here's a little makeshift bridge, but I'm gonna actually take the real bridge. Pretty good when they gotta actually run a bridge because the water comes right across the path. They really didn't think that one through, did they? Anyway, this person in this van's probably wondering what the frig I'm doing. I got a GoPro on my head, fishing pack on my back, looking like I'm coming out here to catch a northern pike. Meanwhile, I just want to test some baits and see if they work. One thing I remember about this dock is up here's not too bad. But once you get down here, she gets kind of wobbly because it's a floating dock. Oh, that's not too bad. I take it back. She's a little rocky. Do I see any fishies down there? No, it's too shallow. All right, so step 1, let's get the old Sugaling out. I'm gonna just chuck the safety for it. So I haven't casted this thing yet, so I have no idea what to expect. I didn't think I fully extended it. Oh, no, I did when I first came in the mail. So it's a 7-footer. Some people extend these like they throw it like a lightsaber. It's not exactly good for the rod to do that, but if it's your rod, do whatever the hell you want. If it's my rod, do whatever the hell I say. Make sure all the eye holes line up here. That should be pretty good. So she's a 7-footer. That should be all right. All right, so we're gonna start off with one of the cranks. Sail that out there and see how it do. One of the custom cranks, none of that friggin' tackle shop shit. You know what? Let's send out Goldilocks here. This one here is the crankbait with the bladder. Let's see how she do. Now I'm not too confident in that hook tie there because it didn't go all the way in, but I did Gorilla Glue it on, so we'll see if that adds any strength. I do plan on sailing one of these into the atmosphere on accident. But let's see. Ooh, that wind is something else. Well, it doesn't sink, but it also sucks. She does this weird thing. The action's kind of pissed. Let's see if we can cast it out with this thing. I'm not feeling much action. Oh yeah, it's coming back up to the surface. It's winding. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, that's a bad bait. Good thing I only printed 2 of those. I don't know if you guys can see this, but you see how it's kind of fluttering? that one have hooks on it? Yeah, it does. Like it wants to stay upright, but the moment you pull it, it acts weird. And not exactly a good bait. That's upsetting. I'll reduce my brakes a bit. Maybe I can get it out there a little further. This rod's not too bad. I say that as I just bird's nested. The end's got a nice soft tip on it. So I expect that to be the first thing that breaks. But if you look at it, you can see that she's like shit action. I don't know what's causing that. Okay, so that one sucks. On to the next bait. Gonna have to find out what the hell that caused that problem. That might be a problem. I just dropped it and it went through the freaking crevices of the wood. Son of a bitch. Let's try out the plopper. See if it's actually ploppering or if it just frigs up and does stupid shit. Watch, it's gonna frig up and do stupid shit. Send a little topwater plopper for your fun times. Topwater plopper. It sinks like a rock. Why? It plops. I get the propeller action, but it sinks like a freaking rock. My eyes are not lined up perfectly. Whatever. I don't know if you can see it out there. But it's working. Okay, it works. Oh, that's a bird's nest. That's a backlash. Oh boy. What have I done with myself? What have I done with myself? Get over here, you. Did I just bend the freaking rod on that? Yep. I need better wire for the back end, I guess. Oh man, Skivinz baits and tackles already out of business, boys. We're 0 for 2. It's just I'm using some shitty wire on it. I need some better wire. I need some spring steel. Some like Bruce spring steel. I'm just gonna crank the brakes, frig it. It works, it's just, it's really heavy. I don't know if you guys can see it plopping. I can catch a fish with that. All right, I'm gonna call that a win. Despite the fact that it sinks, it totally does the plopping. If I printed another one of those in some lighter, like with a lighter infill, not go so heavy on the infill, I think we might be okay. Now once again guys, I don't expect to catch a fish today. This is literally just me testing out my shit. And right now there's no weeds in the lake because the lake froze. I don't even know where the hell it is. Oh, there it is. So as you see, it displaces water. It does pretty good. The other thing is the water's really cold right now, so I couldn't catch a fish even if I wanted to. All right, so we know this one here works. Good enough, good stuff. Let's get them down here. Come here, you. Come on. Get some serious drag on the eyes, that's the problem. It's one of the issues with these kind of poles, is if everything's not perfectly lined up, you will get some drag, and I know that this eyelid here is not lined up. I know that this one here is not lined up, and I know this one here is definitely not lined up. She's right cockeyed. There we go. And then you get that parasitic drag, and then you get that problematic problems. All right, so I'm gonna drop that on the ground. And we'll take off Mr. Plopper. We're 1 for 2. That's good. We're able to make a topwater bait work, except for it wants to sink, so whatever. And I have two more to test. One more to test. One more to test. This great big dirty jerk. Will this thing perform, or you guessed it, will it fail? I'm aiming really heavily towards fail, but that's because I'm an optimist and I know I'm not good at what I'm doing yet because I'm still figuring it out. And unlike some people, I'm not afraid to film my failures, because if you're afraid to film your failures, then you'll never be able to grow or something. I don't know. I'm just talking poo poo caca pee pee now. So I'm thinking for that crankbait. Is this guy gonna sink too? No, he floats. Actually, he does exactly what he's supposed to do. Well, that walks the dog perfectly. That's beautiful action. Let me sail him out there. Of course, it would be better if I didn't have a friggin' salad on here, but apparently my thoughts of there's no grass out there is wrong, because we totally got some spinach on board here, boys. I think I might call this one a win, because honestly, that thing's just, like, he wants to sink in the front end. He wants to dart right down. You give him a jerk, and he's got not bad action. I should have grabbed some of those paddle tails and tested out their action tonight too, but should have checked him on the straight retrieve and seen how he was. I'm doing that right now. Like I said, I don't expect to catch a fish tonight, guys. It's too freaking cold for that. Okay, I'm pulling in some cabbage. That's gonna kill the action. We caught ourselves a salad, boys. But like, if I just drop you in the water and pull you along, what do you do? No, it needs total jerk action. You just pull it along, it just comes along. So this is one of those where you sail it out, and then you and you can see it darting across the top there. All right, well, I'm gonna say 2 for 3, because that one has not bad action. I might try and print them off. Chatting with a friend of mine there, Kyle, and he said you could probably get away with 15% infill on some of those. I don't know if you can see them down there, just twitching away on the ground. Yeah, I'll bring it up a bit, and you can watch them just. Watch him just kind of do his thing. Just flick him around. I'd laugh if a sunfish came flying out from underneath the dock and tried to eat that. They're in season right now, I think. Okay, my reel just got loose. That could have been catastrophic. No wonder why people leave the friggin' zip ties on it. Well, that doesn't work too bad. As far as the Sugaling rod goes, I guess the real test will be when we actually hook onto a fish. Now, like I said, I watched a video of a guy fishing out in the Europes with it, and he was pulling drums, and they were roughly a little bigger than the ones I ever caught. Well, no, that one I caught was a tank. I won't even talk about that one. That one was beefy. Okay, so this whole thing shifted, didn't it? Like, that tip is super flexy. I think these ducks think I'm fishing here because I know something. Meanwhile, I don't. It's so good to cast again. Holy crap, I'm at a public park. My fly is totally open. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to call that 2 for 3. Even though my baits are definitely no Rapalas, but hey, you know what? They're baits. It's fun to make them. It's all Skivinz custom. I'll learn as I go. No bait maker started off perfect. You can even ask Marling Baits that. He made some friggin' doozies back in his starting days, and so did I. But I know I caught on my wooden ones. So I think that's all I have for testing today. Like I said, I got some. These are the ones that came in the MTB. I know they're gonna have sick action because they're not 3D printed. What else do I have to really try? That's about it, I think. That's all I brought with me. I'm hoping I got the shot on the GoPro. Otherwise, this entire adventure was a waste of time, and I do apologize. But I assure you, the first crankbait, the gold one, didn't do dick. So he's gonna lose the right to have hooks. But the other two can remain in here. Oh, I could have brought that other one, the one that I haven't painted yet, the glue together one, and tested him out. Whatever. That'll be time for another day. Then we got these things here. These Weston teas. They're not bad. You can soak those sponges in scent and then jam it in the friggin' fish and send it out and try and entice a bite. But all right, we're basically done here, so let's go ahead and break down this rod. That was something else that a complaint about this rod was it's hard to break down, but I just had no problems whatsoever, except I think I found my problem. Oh no, that's just me being stupid. Oh, maybe that's why it wasn't casting. I didn't realize that the end spun right around, because when the line actually goes through all the ties and doesn't wrap around one of the shafts, yes, I said shaft, so you can go ahead and giggle. It actually performs a hell of a lot better. So that's cool. All right, so like I say, we'll get the true answer on is this rod a piece of shit or worth it when we actually go fishing and catch a fish on it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to catch a fish here today, guys, for two reasons. Number one, I had no idea what the action of my baits was going to be like, and number two, it's freaking 4 degrees Celsius on an April 25th. But it does feel good to be out throwing a rod, even though nothing was caught. It still feels awesome. I can't wait for fishing season to start. T-minus like 24 days or some shit. What is it right now? What's the date today? Yeah, 24 days. Then those sea suckers are gonna get hammered. All right, we got everything. We didn't leave any mess behind. Just some seaweed. We're good. All right, so now we have our decisive conclusion on, does my bait work? Yes and no. We got to. I'm gonna have to remodel those crankbaits, find out what went wrong, and resolve it. Because was that? Oh no, I was just testing some homemade baits, just to see if they had any good. Well, there'll be no fish out here yet. No, you'd have to go over to those docks over there maybe and get really deep. Or the green story, apparently there's a boat that sunk out there and the bass hang out around it, so you can sail some shots out and get them. Yeah, I usually come out here just to test the baits. Well, this might be a video in all of its own. I was gonna go home and just carry on, but I wasn't expecting to stop and talk to a local angler. But yeah, okay, pro tip. When the lily pads come up, drill some top water. I think my cousin Rich actually told me that already though, because he had me buy those torpedoes. Last year I almost caught a fish on the torpedo, but I super aggressively hooked it, and well, there you go. Also, if you're wondering where the trout come from, apparently little brookies like to swim in this stream here. I just don't know how the hell they jumped the Bridge of Doom. I remember when we were kids, my brother used to play baseball here, and I used to come down and play in this stream, and you'd see little fish playing around in the water. Couldn't catch them, I wasn't fast enough, but it was super cool. Man, I came down here and it was all doom and gloom, and then I casted the rod out a bit, and all of a sudden the freaking sun's out and the clouds are gone, eh? Look at that change. Yeah, I hope you guys were actually able to see stuff and not just the peak of my hat. Otherwise, this entire video is kind of scrap. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go home. That was a good little outing. Good little send it, you know, little bit of fishing. I have no idea how long I've been recording for. You know, Mir? Oh, 34 minutes? That's not too bad. So yeah, I didn't know what to expect, honestly. I wasn't sure. Okay, honestly guys, I thought my crankbait was gonna do a hell of a lot better than anything else, because I fished with crankbaits. I've made crankbaits, like out of wood, and I honestly figured that thing was just gonna hammer. Oh, he's going out now too. You saw me fishing there, and now he's like, oh, I got the itch. That's the guy I was talking to there. John LaRue, I think he said his name was. J. LaRue, I don't know. Yeah, he's gonna go out there. He's got his rod there. He's gonna go and sail some out there. That's what happens. You know, you see one person fishing, and if you have the gear in your vehicle, you're like, you know what? He didn't catch any, but maybe I can. Maybe today wasn't his day. Meanwhile, I wasn't even trying, right? I was just going out there to sail a couple shots and see if my homemade shite had any form of action on it whatsoever. The answer is hard no. Well, plopper plops, but she sinks like a rock. So you gotta like power retrieve it. That'll be good on warm days when the fish are really looking to friggin' eat. And then the jerkbait jerks Has a weird nosedive action to it. Not sure what the shit that's all about. Probably too much lead in the head. And it literally only has like one brass BB in it. So I don't understand the logic there. Maybe I could have done without the BB. Probably, once again, the infill set way too high. Too much weight in the plastic. Probably could reduce that and resolve that issue. I might try what Kyle said and reprint the crankbait. But just throw like 15% infill and see what happens. It might work out better to my benefit. It might do exactly what it needs to do. Or that crankbait could just be a pile of shit and not work right at all. That could be the other problem. That crankbait might just be a pile of shit, like I didn't design it right. I'm willing to take that bet. I know the jerkbait, the one jerkbait, well, the one that did what it was supposed to do but nosedive, that one there I downloaded off Thingiverse because I wanted to see if it would work. Same with the split one with the line tied through it. That's a Thingiverse one. The crankbait I literally designed that by downloading a Rapala crankbait diffusion and then tracing it out, like putting the picture down, tracing it out and building the mold. So yeah, it's a shame. Would have been nice if it worked, but it didn't. What you gonna do? I know what I'm tempted to do. I'm gonna go straight. I'm gonna go pick up some chicken wings for supper tonight. I don't feel like cooking. It's one thing with this truck cab on the back, guys. It really opened up a big blind spot on my truck. Tis what it is. And this guy's like really owning the road, eh? Probably doesn't know how to drive. Neither do I, so he's cool. Gas is down to $1.91.6. We're almost into road trip territory, boys. Now that I got this truck camper on the back. One thing I noticed the other day, though, when we had that hard rain, I was taking on water. And it is coming in from the one window, and I already expected that to happen because it's not quite sealed right. I need to replace the weather seal on it, but hey, $100, who cares? Even if I have to buy $50 worth of weather seal and reseal the windows, I'm okay with that because it was $100 for a Lear truck cab. Oh, we actually lost it. Tonight's gonna drop down to -10, and it's gonna snow again. I love North Bay weather. It's great. But yeah, on the talk of that crankbait and jerkbait and all that shit, all in all, I think we can fix it. But I'm glad I didn't paint any of them because I might just practice painting on them and not really give too care. Holy shit, man, that truck was aggressive. Buddy was about to go over, but then he's like, nope, hard send. Yeah, we're probably waiting for the next rotation. Yeah, I think we're waiting for the next rotation. Some bitch pile of monkey nuts. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna get to send it, boys. But they got rid of the friggin' advanced screen. That's annoying. That's gonna hurt the mall business. Not really, everybody goes to the mall anyway. But I figure it's 6:30, I'll go grab some chicken wings. We'll go home, we'll edit up this video. Still gotta diagnose that. I was gonna make that computer video a part of this video, but that's not gonna happen now because this video's gone on way too freaking long. So this video will be a video of its own. Testing baits. I know you guys love the fishing content. You really do. Not really. They get the least amount of views, but you know what? I enjoy fishing, and that's all that matters to me. I'm not very good at it. I'm still learning, so why not start making my own baits while I'm trying to learn how to fish, right? Sometimes the only way to do it, boys, jump right in the deep end. Screw this shallow running, learn as you go nonsense. No, man. Get in there and get it did. Just do it. Just freaking do it. Come on, buddy. Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, you did it. You're my hero. What the hell is that thing? Freedom Tour. Oh yeah. Sounds as good of a band name as oh, what the hell is my band name I came up with yesterday? I already forgot. Son of a whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down here. So there we go. We tested some baits. We had some fun. Got to flick it around a bit. We tested out the action on that rod. Next time I'll make sure the wire isn't wrapped around one of the shafts so it's dragging and friggin' slowing down my cast. I'm pretty sure we could have sent it further. I felt the resistance on the rod. I thought it was something else, but then after further inspection, yeah, totally had it twisted around one of the shafts. So that's going to definitely reduce your casting distance. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. If you have any ideas on how I can make these baits better, definitely leave me the advice because I need it. And until next time, guys, live it to win it and peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.